All right, happy Sunday morning. We have a wonderful update in a case. So remember back on February 22nd in Idaho, the Kootenai County Republican Central Committee was holding a meeting, like kind of a town hall meeting. And there was footage that came out of this meeting of like plainclothes security men physically dragging a woman from her seat and dragging her out of the hall where this meeting was taking place. And it was 6 guys on one woman, and she was a Democrat. It was a Republican meeting, and I believe the sheriff was speaking at the meeting. And those 6 men have been charged with crimes and are being prosecuted. So this is from the New York Times a couple days ago. 6 men who prosecutors said took part in forcibly removing a woman from a town hall meeting hosted by Republicans in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, in February are now facing charges including battery and false imprisonment. The Coeur d'Alene prosecutor's office said in a statement on Monday that 4 of the men, Paul Truett, remember that name, Russell Dunn, Christopher Berg, and Jesse Jones, faced charges of battery and false imprisonment, along with Alexander Truett IV. They were also cited for security agent uniform and agent duty violations. 6th man was also charged with battery. The charges stem from an altercation that took place on February 22nd when Teresa Borenpol heckled speakers at a meeting with state legislators hosted by the Kootenai County Republican Central Committee. Organizers said that Ms. Borenpol, a former Democratic candidate for state office, refused to follow the rules. But she said everyone should be allowed to speak. Sheriff Robert Norris of Kootenai County told Ms. Borenpol to leave, pulled her arm, and threatened to arrest and pepper spray her, according to footage of the incident. The sheriff gestured to 2 men beside him, who then approached Ms. Borenpol, pulled her to the floor, and dragged her out of the high school auditorium where the meeting was being held. The men were wearing green tactical pants and black tactical shirts. Okay. According to a police report. They were later identified as personnel with Lear Asset Management Incorporated, a private security firm based in California that is licensed in multiple states. After the episode, the city of Coeur d'Alene revoked Lear's business license for violating city ordinances that require security agents to wear clearly marked uniforms. Paul Truett, one of the guys charged, who is the chief executive of Lear Asset Management, said in an email this past Monday that he was confident in the team's defense. We believe these charges are false and should have never been made. 6 men to take down 1 woman. You don't get much more alpha than that, do you guys? Court documents on the case have not been made public as of last Monday. No further details were released. A statement released, there's nothing in this article that indicates who had hired these guys and who was paying them, whether it was the sheriff or whether it was the Kootenai County Republican Central Committee. Somebody hired these guys and was paying them, and that's not in this article. I don't know. Police report hasn't been released yet. Or wait, it has been, but it didn't seem to contain that information. A statement released by Sheriff Norris's office after the altercation said his office was conducting an investigation. Oh, great. The sheriff who gave the signal for these guys to attack this woman, he's conducting an investigation. Cool. I'm sure that's going to be amazing and fair and impartial and complete. The sheriff did not respond by email on Monday, yada, yada, yada. So those 6 guys have all been charged with crimes. So it took a couple of months, but I mean, it seems like that was like a year ago, man. It's barely been 2 months since that happened. I remember making videos about that. But they've been charged with crimes. But the sheriff who gave the signal for them to attack that woman, he's on the case. He's conducting an investigation, and he will get to the bottom of this. If it weren't for you pesky kids,